Welcome back to Angling 360 Stoke Beach Grove Garden.
Aye, something a wee bit different today.
This bench might actually,
It's not the most sturdy.
so if it goes you'll get a wee giggle.
25 quid at IKEA, I think.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning and there's no water anywhere.
No.
Alex messaged me through the week saying, you fancy doing one of these catch, clean, cook videos?
You fancied it for a while, didn't you?
Aye, I do. I do like the concept of it. They seem pretty popular as well. So the plan is we're in Alex's allotment just now. Charlie Dimmock's kicking about somewhere. But no, fair play to Alex, he's no bad at the fishing, and as it turns out, he's not too bad at growing a bit of vegetables and a bit of fruit.
Wait till it tastes it though. Looks good, we'll see if it tastes good. But yeah.
So the plan's you're going to pick the veg.
Aye. We want to do a catch and cook, we want to kind of bring in a few other little aspects as well, just to try and make it a little bit different. So I am going to supply some veg, we'll have a wee look, see what's available. It's quite a lot ready to go.
You're also going to, you've done a wee bit of studying on the old shrooms.
Aye, I'm really getting into this sort of foraging, this mushroom foraging sort of.
Cheers for that, Ross, it's all your fault.
So we're going to go and try and find some, I don't know, anything edible really. Maybe some chanterelles, porcinis, something like that. And then it's...
Just going to get my phone's up there, I'm going to book a room up the hospital for later, in case you're poisoned.
Well, you might... We'll see how that goes.
Every message I got through the week was in brackets, poisonous. I'm like, no, it's the ones we want to eat. We want to
I've got 4 that I can happily identify and I'm quite happy to go with, so we'll stick with them.
The only one I know is chanterelles.
Aye, that's one of them. We'll try and get some of those today.
And I've been left to catch the...
I guess they supply the fish.
We've decided plan A is a sea trout. Now before, oh, you can't kill a sea trout before he's all started eating in the morning.
Aye, you can.
Aye, you can. They're allowed 2, they have a permit, you're allowed 2, and it's under £3 and over 12 inches in length.
There's plenty of sea trouts.
We will be doing it by the book.
It's not like there's scarce. There's plenty of them. And we're only taking the one. We're just taking the one.
Take the one. Maybe 2. My boy likes a,
maybe 2.
My boy likes a sea trout, to be fair. And if that fails...
Mushrooms. Or beans. It might just be beans.
We've got some footage for that Loch trip. Good fall back on.
So yeah, bit of veg.
Failing that,
some mushrooms.
Mackerel is a backup plan, wasn't it?
Mackerel or sea trout. And we'll kind of try and make it as interesting as possible. We'll try and bring everything together and have a decent lunch out of it, hopefully. But
so
yeah,
we'll give you a wee look about and what we're going to pick. Alex, so
there's a few bits and pieces. We'll just collect a load of stuff and we'll...
Never tell me about the midges, but...
Nah, I don't know. Aye, and we'll come up with a recipe later on, depending on who he catches.
Right,
let's go. Right, so we've got loads of stuff going on here. All sorts of bits and pieces, and a lot of it is ready to go, so we'll just take a lot and we'll see what we can do with it. So let's take a bit of kale first of all. This is posh kale. Cavallero Nero, I think it's called. I'll take a few, don't need too much, but kale's a funny one. Not everyone likes it, but I'm quite keen on it. Really hardy sort of vegetable, it will last all through the winter. So if the caterpillars don't get to it first. So yeah, don't need too much. We're going to add a few other bits and pieces to it as well, so kale. I'm pretty sure in here we've got some beans ready to go. It's a bit of a jungle, but some climbing beans. I'm sure we can do something with them. They've got a sort of standard green beans. We've got some purple ones here as well, which are quite cool. Get a few of those. Again, don't need too much, so I'm climbing beans. It'll be nice with the kale. And maybe some peas. So these aren't quite ready to go, but there might be a few. Looking for pods that are properly full. There are a couple about here. Yeah, I think these could do with another week or so, so we'll leave them a bit longer, I think. We've got a few. We've got kale, beans, peas, courgettes and aubergines maybe. Let's go and see what we've got. Now these really should be cured before we use them, but they're all ready to come up anyway, so take one. That's my favourite bit. I love it in here. Temperatures can get a bit high though. It's nice and cool today, but these temperatures can go up to about 40 degrees in here. We've got all sorts, mainly tomatoes, but there's chilies in there. Still a wee bit early for the chilies, but we've got some Havana Gold chilies. We've got Spangles. Tomatoes, again, a little bit early for those, but we've got a few coming on. But there's aubergines in here somewhere. I'm sure there should be some of those ready. Let's have a look. Ah, you see the size of this. That's an aubergine.
Holy shit.
That's a cracker. Plenty of those, so yeah, we'll take them. With an aubergine, you need courgettes. Hand in hand, I think. Let's get some courgettes. I have a jungle in here. There should be courgettes somewhere. And you go digging for them. Yeah, plenty. Let's take this one. We're flying. Loads of stuff.
The big one you've got there, Alex.
Oh, they're bigger than that. They're bigger than that. They're such a fast-growing vegetable. You come back tomorrow, it'll be twice the size. Well, it would have been. I think with any dish, I love my food. Absolutely love food. Love cooking as well. But herbs, fresh herbs, most important of all. I think we'll go for get some sage. I think mushrooms and sage hand in hand. I would say. Don't need too much. A couple of sprigs of sage, and then something nice and fresh to finish off. I think maybe some. Let's got some parsley. A bunch of that. Quite a lot of this actually. Love parsley. Ideally, I'd like coriander, but it's all bolted. We do have some, but it doesn't look great. We've got all sorts there. We've got rosemary, thyme, oregano. Yeah, looking good. The one thing that has struggled a wee bit this year, unusually, is the beetroot. I don't know what's going on here. Seems to be all right down this side, but this just looks pitiful. But yeah, I'll take a beetroot. A big golden one in here somewhere. That's a beetroot. And then maybe some chard to finish, and then I think that's us plenty. Beetroot, chard, same sort of family. Chard's almost like a cross between spinach and beetroot. It's quite nice actually. Lovely red stalks. Yeah. Adds a lovely bit of colour as well, but they're quite tasty. There we go. If we can't make something out of that, we've got problems. We've got some peas in there, some parsley and sage, that flavour, that kale, some chard, courgette, a couple of carrots and an onion, cracking big aubergine. Big beetroot in there as well. A couple extra red onions hanging on there. Now all we need is the fish. Now that's the important bit. No pressure, Gordon.
Just in case we don't catch any fish. That's the Beach Grove garden part done. Now for the fish. Alex, oops, is going to fish the lure. The trusty sand eel that he likes. And I am reverting back to the reason why I invested in this Aventus float rod. And Alex has kind of got me worried now. But Adam, if you're watching, you told me this could handle up to a 20 gram bombarder float. I've got a 15 gram bombarder float on. And Alex is like, but don't be careful, you don't start that rod. So I've snapped a fly rod and a drop shot rod and another drop shot rod. 3 rods in the space of 2 weeks. So I'm hoping my bad luck has done one. So the mackerel strip, I think there's some herring strips as well. We fished on this pennel rig. I can't remember the size of the hooks and all that. Somebody on YouTube did ask me to do a video on how I set this up. And that's exactly what I'll do. But I'll do that in the house. Do a wee separate video on that. I was speaking to Alex about it driving down. Just how I've probably adapted it slightly to what most folk would kind of fish it. But I find it works. So if it works, I change it. So I'll show you how we do that in another video. If I get it done before this, I'll pop the link in the description. But we're going to go for sea trout. This is our preferred, or there's 2 marks at this end of the estuary that we're pretty confident. As the first week of August, I have been told that it fishes harder. The fish become less in numbers this time of year than what they were back in like February, March, April. It's a really low tide and we've got quite a high tide coming in. And we've always found this fish is better with the tide coming in. So hopefully we can get a couple of fish for this part of the catch, clean, cook video we're attempting to put together. So enough of me rabbiting on, let's go and try and catch one. Never fails this method. The fish have been really active. Loads of rises. Alex hooked in one, lost one. I had one following me right in and smashed the mackerel strip just as I was lifting it out of the water. Doesn't look like a bad fish. This was why I bought this rod. Trout and grayling. Bending that rod. Said it before, and I want to see it again. Clyde trout catch fine, man. Brilliant. See, you've been catching perch for the past couple of weeks. Wee roach and day. Still taking line. I don't want to put too much on it. Don't want to lose it. It's an integral part of today's venture. So Alex, can you tell us the rules in terms of what you can and can't keep?
Okay, the rules on the permit state that you can take 2 sea trout a day, assuming that they are fresh.
Now what I will say at this point, we are 99% catch and release anglers.
Yeah.
Yes, I have took a couple of trout earlier in the season. Because sea trout and bass, they're probably my two favourite.
So yeah, you can take 2 a day, as long as they're fresh, not coloured. We're in the sea, so they're pretty much as fresh as they come. But the size limits are quite strict. They have to be over 12 inches.
I think this one's safely over 12.
But under 3 pounds if it's a hen fish. That's the key. We don't want to be taking big female fish. So we'll see what this one goes. It's not far off the 3 by the looks of it. But I think we might be good.
Maybe now. It's just hooked not.
Right in the scissors, perfectly hooked.
Oh, come here.
It's going to lose it right now.
The other fish just moved behind you for your lure, Alex. A fish just went for you. It's going for your lure right now.
And he's in the net.
Gordon's to catch a fish. Completed. That was a new. Alex's rod came up me here. Alex's rod is dangling behind, his lure's dangling in the water. That trout came up and tried to hit it there. Right, so there's the scale zeroed. Before we dispatch it, we just want to make sure that we're within legal. So that, is that 210?
212.
212. Right, so it's within limit and it's over 12 inches.
Is that lunch?
So we have caught ourselves some lunch. So it's one of the things that you do when you dispatch a fish. Like, you can't help but feel bloody terrible, like guilty. I've been tracking the amount of fish that I've caught this year. There's a catch return slip that you have to fill in as part of your permit and you hand in at the end of the year, end of the season, which I believe is the end of October. 31st of October, is it, for the sea trout? I'll double check that. I'll put the correct date across the bottom. As I said, this has been the best season for sea trout I've personally ever had. I'm sure you'll know me popping in a picture of the big one I caught. That's a game changer for me. I was fishing a year. Alex is raising his eyebrows at me. But hey, I absolutely love my fishing and I love this style of fishing. That bombardier float, thank you Dougie for Piscator UK YouTube channel. Never heard of that until I discovered it in your channel. But it's been, for me, one of the most productive ways of fishing with the mackerel strip. I've caught them on the lure, did try the fly. Going to try maybe a wee bit more on the fly next year. Been practising in the pike and getting a wee bit better on my casting. That's the thing that puts me off the fly fishing, is my ability to cast. But like everyone else, practice makes perfect, doesn't it? Or perfect practice makes perfect. But I think this is only a handful of fish. I've took 5 fish this year. My son Kobe, he loves them as well. Just go home, salt them, shallow fry them in some butter, and I'm in the now, they're absolutely delicious. But always take within the limits, within the regulations. If you're unsure, check your permit. If you're unsure, I'm glad Alex is here because I sometimes struggle with the male and female differences on fish, that is. But I believe it's the cape, you call it, is that right?
Just an extended sort of nose.
Aye. So I always check your rules and regulations. I know folk from other parts of the world maybe watch this, so always check your regulations and such have you, that you're keeping yourself legal, keeping yourself right. And I enjoy your fishing, but I'm going to enjoy having that later on with Alex's veg and that. So we're going to continue fishing. As I said, if there's been loads of fish, maybe take one more. We are allowed 2. That's for you, Kobe, if you're watching. And we'll see if we can get a couple more. Alex is chatting a bit. I'm just wobbling around, so you can't get it. But no, delighted with that. So we've got 2 of the 3 things ticked for the day. So, aye, let's get back fishing now for me waffling on.
We're just commenting there on how it all of a sudden went very quiet. And then, literally just as I said that, I hooked a fish and lost it. That's 3 I've hooked and lost. It's the thing with lures though, you do tend to lose a lot. But there's a few fish starting to show now. It went deadly quiet there for a while. So we're debating how long to give it. I think we'll give it a wee bit longer. It's hard to give up knowing that there's fish there. But we've got some mushrooms to find. I don't have our work cut out for that, but we'll give it a right good go. As always. I would like a fish though. It was Gordon's job to get the fish, that's how we planned it, but I really want one.
Maybe some oil in that reel.
Reels. It's not a spinning reel. I've knackered my spinning reel as well. It's a bait runner reel, so it's not really designed for this. Yeah, I've got a habit of not doing great with reels. Gordon breaks all his fishing rods, and I break all my reels. See if we can keep this one on. I don't think it's huge, but it's nice to feel a fish on the end of the line. And took it quite close in there. Actually nailed it off the surface. Great fun. Oh. Oh, it hooked him out in the net. We just hooked under the chin there, but let's have a wee quick look. I'll get him back. So let's. Oh, a wee one. Lovely spots on it though. That sounded big.
That was big.
No, he's away. Let's get the big one. Huge fish just come out behind us there.
That was massive. I seen that.
I think we'll be staying a wee bit longer. Let's see if we can get that one. A bit of a pickle here now.
I see the lure.
Yeah, 1 second. Cracking little lure. Little sand eel imitation. Hits lots of fish, but I lose most of them.
Right, shut up, fishing. Go.
Well, I ripped the rod out of my hand there. I don't think it was that big, but it's a bit bigger than the last couple. As soon as a lure hit the water as well. That's great fun. The mushrooms can wait. God, they're strong. Oh, nice. He's a nice one. He's under my legs. Get away from me. Get away. There one. Over the £2 mark. Bit of a quiet spell. Then it's all kicked off again. That's 3 fish actually I've had in about 20 minutes. That last one, absolute cracking hit. Nice looking fish actually. Easy £2. But I think this one is its lucky day. We'll pop him back, I think. And I'm happy with that. Great fight off these fish. Great fun.
And away.
It's all kicking off. There's a couple of big fish moving about though. It'd be nice if we get one of them to finish with. Ah! Damn it.
So last cast, we got what we came for. Alex had a couple of nice fish, lost a nice fish here 5 minutes ago. I think mine since that fish. I think I've been punished. That's what I'm putting it down to. So the next port of call is to find some mushrooms. Where we're going to find chanterelles, I don't know, but Alex seems to think he knows a couple of spots we can go and try. So that's what we're off to next. Don't take a fish in that cast there, but got to have one more, ain't you?
Veg, tick. Sea trout, tick. Mushrooms. We'll get some, we'll get some. We've come across these ones, absolutely no idea what they are. Maybe someone can fill us in. They look like a Rosula of some sort. A rule number one when it comes to mushrooms: if you don't know what it is, don't eat it. So we'll leave them as they are, I think. Yep, not too sure what those are. But yeah, if you know, answers in the comments. That's mushroom number 1. I love this, creeping about the woods. But yeah, found some mushrooms along there, didn't know what they were, left them, came along this sort of, it's like almost like a dike. Loads of beech trees kicking about, which are always quite good. And we've come across a little patch of what we're after. They're not very big, they could maybe do with another week's growing, but we'll pinch a couple anyway. Chanterelles, definitely a chanterelle, no need to worry about that one. But yeah, there's a good few of them around here, so we'll take a wee handful. Maybe not too many, because they are quite small. We have a look through just through here. And amongst all the beech nuts. I'm no expert in mushrooms, I'm only really just getting to know it, but trees, you need to know the trees. I think in beech, I'm pretty sure beech are a mushroom's best friend. So yeah, we'll pick a few of these, and they'll go nice with Gordon's trout. It looked a wee bit further up over that dike. Found some better ones. Proper shanties, crackers. So we're getting a fair few. But also, just quite close to them, stumbled across these little guys. I'm going to pick them, I'll pick it up and pull it up. This is another one that I'm pretty confident in identifying. And they're pretty tasty, I've heard. That's an amethyst deceiver. Little purple thing. And I think there's one other mushroom that can be confused with this. I think it's a lilac fibre cap. A lilac fibre cap has white gills, whereas the amethyst deceiver has bright purple gills. So these start off quite dark, and then the older they get, the lighter they get. They almost end up white. But when they're this colour, it's definite that they are what we're after. There's a few of them, so we'll take them. Take them, add a little bit of colour as well.
Good, I wasn't looking forward to this, but I'm actually quite enjoying it. And look, a chanterelle, I believe. I've seen a few of them. I'm looking forward to this lunch. Better than an SO garage sandwich anyway. Another one here. You started, Ross? Magic. He's been doing here for hours.
There we go. An hour or so, wandering about the woods, crashing through the undergrowth. That's enough for lunch. Plenty of chanterelles, nice ones as well, good sized ones. Crackers, clean them up. Came across another load of these deceivers. We'll take them back, we'll find somewhere to get a wee fire going maybe, get some veggies on go, get Gordon's fish on the go, clean these up and yeah, like that with a nice creamy sauce. Right, how do we get out of this? How do we get out of these woods? We might see you soon.
Here we are. Campsite. We started off at Alex's allotment, got our vegetables. I was tasked, obviously we both fished, but my job was to get the sea trout. We done that. And then the shrooms, we got plenty of them. So everything else other than 2 bottles of beer and some kindling and cream is the only things we've actually purchased for this whole, oh obviously like permits and all that carry on, but in terms of making this video, picked a kind of nice part of an area. We were going to do it by the beach, but the rain and the wind didn't allow us, so we had to come up with another idea. So the fire's going, we'll go and get everything prepped, and then we'll see how good this recipe Alex has got here us up. So let's get cracking.
Looks pretty tasty already, doesn't it? There's something about just, I don't know, just growing your own stuff, foraging your own stuff, catching your own food that is just brilliant. And like Gordon said earlier on, okay, we fish a lot, we catch a lot of fish, 99% of the time. It is catch and release. But fishing derived from sustenance, sustainability. Well, you had to eat, so you had to catch fish and you had to grow your own veg. So it is nice just to come back to that side of things again. But yeah, I think we've got our mushrooms, so those are looking pretty tasty, cleaned up. Amethyst deceivers, loads of shanties in there as well. Just brushed them with a little brush, tidied that up a little bit. We've got our trout, absolutely spanking fresh looking trout.
You're welcome.
And we've got our veg, so we'll do a wee bit of beetroot, I think. And then I think we'll do a medley of kale, courgette, maybe with some onions and garlic. Maybe dice up some of these beans and have some beans in. So a kind of veg medley with creamy mushrooms, maybe a sage and paprika. We've got a sage here from the allotment. Sneakily brought some paprika with us. So a sage and paprika cream, middle of veg, big fillet of smoked. We're going to smoke this trout, hopefully. Fire's there, so we're going to get this smoker filled with some oak shavings. Now, these oak shavings are from basically what I'm kneeling on just now. Good old whiskey staves. It's good stuff, you know. So that is reclaimed wood basically, but it's oak, so it's got that nice sort of oaky flavour to it, hopefully. And yeah, that's the plan. So we've got a couple of stoves going. We're going to get the stoves on. Going to get some on the fire. I think we'll wrap that beetroot in a bit of tin foil, get that in there and bake it, and we'll just see how it all comes together. It's the first time I've done this, so we'll see we'll see how it goes. A little bit of colour on top, just with some parsley, some calendula leaves, and it should look pretty good. Right, Gordon, your fish.
Right, I'll get filling. Yeah, I know my name's Gordon, but it's certainly no Gordon Ramsay. I'm going to give this filling a go. I've done it in the house plenty of times, but knowing this sort of kneeled down and out in the open, so I never bother with gutting the fish. I just go straight in for a fillet. Get it along that bone. Just feel the bones popping out. Right up to the end of the nodding. Want as much of this good meat as we can. So as I say, I ain't the best fillet or fillet chef in the world. Done my best. We've now got two lovely fillets. Alex says one of them was butchered, but I don't know, I think they look alright.
Pretty good. Some colour on them.
Aye. Lovely wild sea trout. So they're going to go into this smoker. Now what we've got here, Alex kind of touched on it earlier. These staves are reclaimed staves from work where whiskey barrels have had their time. Hundreds of years of maturing spirit. They then become useless. So a lot of the times they get recycled into furniture, clocks, all that kind of stuff. But the oak shavings can be good for cooking. So we're about to find out. So that's what's in there. So I believe what we do is we put the fish in.
Sage in there as well.
And it'll salt them as well. There we go. And that just sits on the fire. And I think it's the heat that starts to smoulder the oak shavings. And then in turn it's the smokiness that's entrapped inside. Oh, my back. But I can't wait for it. It's absolutely pissing down.
Get some salt on them.
But we'll get some salt on them and we'll get them cooking.
Right, veggie time. So we'll cook the mushrooms separate to the greens. Slice up some of these onions, a bit of garlic. And then in the other pan, get some of this kale sliced up. And there, the kale takes quite a while to cook, I'm sure. Anytime I cook it at home, it takes a good 20 minutes, so it might take even longer out here. Kale in there, garlic and onions in there. And then to that garlic and onions, I really want to cook in a sage cream, so let's get some of the sage in there as well. That fire is cooking me.
Tell you, absolutely boiling.
Oak burns hot. Roll up a bit of sage. And get that sliced up as finely as possible. Try and keep my fingertips out of it. Whack a bit Put that in there as well. Oh, another thing, forgot almost. Got a kind of weird rainbow beetroot. So we'll just get that nice and simply wrapped up in tin foil. And we'll just chuck that straight in the fire. That is pretty hot. And then we'll just kind of cover that up. Then we'll just kind of chunk them up. And we'll add that to the kale with about 5 minutes to go. The beans don't take long. Right, you know what I can do with?
A beer. A beer and a slice of bread.
Let's have a beer. A bit of courgette on there as well. Dice it up. They're like the kind of piffy bit in the middle. I'm not really a fan of that, so I'll get rid of that. So I dry fry it. Bit of colour, and that'll go in with the mushrooms and whatnot afterwards. We'll get that in, dry pan. A bit of colour on it. But yeah, if you put too much oil or butter, they'll just soak it all up and they just become soggy. I'll keep that on there. Right, fish. So what we'll do here.
What's my bit of toast?
Yeah, move your bit of toast, I'm afraid. So pull that all round. Let's bring that in. I'll get that on there. 20 minutes, I think that'll be done. So the courgette, softened up nicely, bit of colour on it. Take that off the heat, don't really need that anymore. They can add that in later on. Onions, garlic, sage, bit of shitload of paprika.
You're not kidding.
Beans have been added into the kale. We'll just let them soften up. Sage is one of these herbs that needs a little bit of cooking, so.
Cheese bread. Oh my god.
That water's just about evaporated, which is good. Oh, and it's swimming in water. There's mushrooms in. Just gonna break them up a little bit if they need to. If I leave them quite chunky. Yeah, whack them in. Just saute them down a little bit. And I'm going to add some cream into this as well, which will just. So it's all coming together.
A campfire, in my opinion, isn't complete until there's a beer. Just the one. Safety first. Now, one of the things that didn't go to plan the day was I didn't wear trousers when I was foraging through all the jagged nettles. Oh, my legs are all chewed up. The other safety point was we did plan to do this on the beach, but the weather didn't read the script basically. So we've came into a woodland. Now some folk are maybe thinking, oh yeah, a bunch of dafties, but it's been torrential rain. Everywhere is soaking. We've picked a nice canopy where we've got a good bit of protection for the rain, and we still are getting a bit wet, but we cleared a small clearing, dug down a wee bit, kept the fire to as big as what we needed. We didn't build a big massive stupid fire, start doing the rain dance on it and all that. No, none of that. Just a nice small compact fire. And what's the saying? Leave only footprints. All this crap, as you can see, Alex will pan round. Look at the chaos that you don't really see in some of these videos. Running about, trying to get things done. But enjoyed a beer. A lovely bit of that cheesy bloomer. Absolutely delightful. Caked in Lurpak. Dinner's coming along well. The only thing we're not sure about
What's going on in there?
is what's going on in that. Aye. I've got to admit, I'm looking forward to this. Smell-o-vision is not invented yet, but them mushrooms with onions and that smell amazing. Fair play to you, Alex, hats off. So aye, leave only footprints. That's the lobby tidied up.
So let's see if it actually works. This is still going to be pretty hot. Still a bit of smoke. You can see the smoke escaping out the sides, which is a good sign, I suppose. That looks pretty smoked.
That looks pretty fantastic.
So that fish is just resting. Let's bring all this together now. We're just going to throw it all together. So the kale and the beans go in there. Courgette's go in there as well. And we're just kind of warming it slowly. I'll let that heat up. Add a little bit of cream. And that should be perfect. Now while that's warming, let's go and check out this beetroot. Ah, that looks pretty good. Put that on there. Now we just take the skins off. Yeah, that's cooked perfectly, I think. Oh, it's pretty hot. And this is the final touch. Bear in mind that paprika's still in there, so this should go a nice kind of orangey colour, hopefully. I don't want too much. See how that looks.
Careful.
Well, not finished yet. Presentation, always key. And these are edible, remember? Get a close up of that.
Nature has even provided me with a seat. Bit of fish, bit of chanterelle, bit of courgette, bit of kale. Yeah.
I always get a little bit nervous cooking for someone else. I love cooking, absolutely love it. I said it earlier on. That's pretty good though. That is. That is what it is.
As meals go, I apologise to the wife because she's normally sitting watching me editing these. But no, that is one of the tastiest meals I've had this year. Whether it's because, I think it is because it's on. Alex grew his own veg, caught our own fish, we foraged our own mushrooms. Everything just tastes better. The fish is, that smoker is, I was just saying there, I was worried it was going to be too smoky, but it's just, the oak shavings are just dynamite, I've got to admit. Kale, turns out I quite like kale. But I need a lie down after this. So good. catch, clean, cook. I think we need to redefine that, don't we? Grow your own.
Catch, forage,
clean.
cook,
So what is it?
and eat.
Grow, catch, forage.
Grow, catch, forage,
Grow, catch, forage. There we go. A new concept for YouTube.
and eat.
I think we nailed it.
It's quite good.
Absolutely stuffed.
3 aspects of it all went quite well.
I think we flicked it down. Everything just tick, tick, tick.
Nah, I don't know. Right.
I'm not sorry. The vegetable patch was, I've got to admit, that's only the second time I've seen Alex's vegetable, what do you call it? Allotment. It's pretty impressive. Fair play to you.
Thank you. No, it was good fun. Something a wee bit different.
I actually enjoyed doing it. It was good trying to piece everything together.
Fishing's brilliant. That's what Angling 360 is all about. It's definitely all about the fishing. But every now and again, we might throw in a few of these because it is.
Do you know what is better than? The crappy sandwiches we buy at the garage.
Aye, that was proper food. That was good food.
Good, tasty, wholesome, healthy.
Balanced and healthy. Yeah.
Aye.
Nah, all good. What are we doing? We went fishing?
Nah, it was carry it shop. We were planning perch, but
It's been a long day, so
we actually finished this about 4 hours later than we thought, didn't we? We thought a back at 2.
we get carried away with the mushrooms. We were in those woods for ages.
Right, Matt, I did quite enjoy that.
I like it. I like the veg growing. I like the foraging in the same way that I like fishing because they're very, very, very similar. You do a lot of research, there's a lot of work in the background, there's a lot of planning, a lot of preparation.
Talking about backgrounds. See, it's just as bad with mushroom guys and fishermen.
But there's a lot to it, and it's the end result. The end result with the foraging, the end result with the veg growing, and the end result is why we all go fishing, because we all want to catch fish.
It's like where we caught the fish, where we get the mushrooms, and where we cooked it. Oh, it's actually three different locations.
Places.
Just to throw folk off the scent.
But yeah, they're all very similar, and that's why I just add the 3 of them together, and I'm in my element. Absolutely love it.
I've got to admit, I think I'll be swatting up my mushrooms. Chanterelles and...
Chanterelles, amethyst deceivers.
They ones.
I was looking for porcinis, didn't find any.
That's the kind of roll looking one.
Yeah, penny buns look like a big roll. Oysters, grey oysters, I've seen those before.
That's an idea we should go up to Loch Long.
There'll be something up
oysters
there.
and
mussels and a bit of seafood. Yeah.
Do a freedom air.
There's loads we can do. But
so the next time, I don't know what we've got planned.
Nah, no plans yet.
We've got a wee midweek session. Both of us are off the Thursday, so we're going to do something with that.
Yeah, and we'll see you there.
Thanks for watching.